What's up, everybody? This is Zack Zaki. This is Coffee with Zack in English. Just because I'm drinking coffee. I don't have coffee right now because it's later in the day. It's nighttime. But imagine that I'm drinking coffee. Um, this is the long form edition of my video, which I'm doing because I did not get a chance to do it the other day. So let's go ahead and get that done. This was for Monday, December 30th, 2024. First and foremost, there was an article about Jimmy Carter, 39 president who had passed away at 100 years old. All of our condolences with the former president. Very sad that he has passed on. And he has such an incredible legacy that I'm sure we will be talked about for numerous years. Up next, we have who was the best CEO of 2024. This was an article from The Economist, so be sure and see who that person could be. Who would we think that it could be? Up next, The Year in Pictures 2024 by 1843 magazine, another important part of The Economist. Be sure to check that out. The charts that help make sense of 2024. This is by Harvard Business Review. Be sure to check out this article. And Harvard Business Review has a brand new article, which I can't wait to share, hopefully, with you guys next week. Up next, Elon Musk's social experiment on humanity, how X evolved in 2024. This is an article from the BBC. Be sure to look into that. Up next, we have a very peculiar article. COVID pregnancies may have boosted autism risk, study shows. So I know there's all these weirdos who are anti-vax and vax are giving you autism, all this and that. Well, look what happens when you don't get vaccinated. If you don't get vaccinated, if you have a COVID pregnancy, it can boost autism. So that's it's going to be very dangerous. So be sure to read that article by Bloomberg. Up next, bird flu virus shows mutation in first severe human case in U.S. CDC says. Be careful with that bird flu. Keep eating chicken, but just be careful where you get your chicken from. Up next, Israel kills 5 medical staff as another baby freezes to death in Gaza. Al Jazeera News. The news is atrocious. Be sure to check it out. For those who can bear to watch it, it's a very sad, tumultuous amount of news, and shows you the reality, what's going on the ground, not what's the news that is a little bit brainwashed on the American networks such as MSNBC, CNN, Fox News, and whichever, where they don't even barely seem to talk about what's going on in the Gaza Strip and the West Bank. It's really sad. Up next, Pakistan airstrikes in Paktika claimed 46 lives, majority women and children. This is from Afghanistan International, a very sad article where they killed a bunch of majority women and children. Is just a very sad turn of events. Up next, what to cook between Christmas and New Year's. This is an article by the New Yorker. Be sure to look into that. Up next, Bose SoundLink home review, a speaker that's all about looks. Be sure to check out an article by The Verge. Big shout out to Neela Patel of The Verge. Neela Patel, great podcaster. Be sure to check out all of his podcasts, The Vergecast, all this and that. He has new podcasts called Decoded and all this and that. Be sure to check them all out. Up next, major change doesn't have to wreck your friendships. So this is an article from Vox News Media. Be sure to check it out. After that, we got ChatGPT and Sora went down for the second time this month. This is by TechCrunch. Next article we got is the stunning images trace ships routes as they move. This is by the MIT Technology Review. Up next, we got 29 people survived a Christmas plane crash. Data shown how that can happen. This is from Business Insider. It was a really weird turn of events. There was like about 3 or 4 plane crashes in the same day, but thankfully some of them had some survivors. So it's blessing from whatever universe or whatever's up there. After that, we got an article that says it's a historic week at the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center. This is an article by Ohio State University, the medical facility, and linked on LinkedIn. It appears that some of them needed some kidney transplant. So it looks like some of them got them. That means a lot to them. Up next, New York governor orders firing of 14 prison workers after fatal attack on inmate. This is from The Guardian. Be sure to read that article. After that, we got Finland suspects Russian Shadow Fleet vessel cut undersea power cable. This is an article from the New York Times. This is really annoying for NATO. It appears that some of them were looking down those power cables that are very on the bottom of underneath on the ocean that power a lot of entities, and it appears that they cut a power cable underwater. Up next, American Unplugged, tuning out, mentally exhausted. This is an article from Huffington Post. This is a very important article from the Huffington Post. A lot of people are now tuning out from the news and are paying attention at a crucial time now, where there's there's 2 or 3 weeks left before inauguration. So be sure to see the article from Huffington Post. After that, we got 6 books to read by the fire. This is from the Atlantic. After that, we got 26 charts that help explain 2024 in politics by 538. Next, we got Trump wants federal workers back into the office. It might be a tall task. This is from the Washington Post. A lot of people want to stay working from home. Trump doesn't want them to work from home. So hopefully, after legislation is getting passed, especially from Governor Gavin Newsom, they'll be able to stay home. Up next, we got how tsunami science has advanced 20 years after the catastrophe in Indonesia. Remember the big tsunami that was happening in Indonesia over 20 years ago? There was 250,000 people dead. It was really a very sad event. There's an article on Le Monde to be sure to read and check out about it. Up next, NASA spacecraft have plunged into the sun and broke stunning records. This is from Mashable. Be sure to check out this article from Mashable. After that, we got after playing Final Fantasy 14, I understand how people get so attached to create characters. This is a very great article from Vice. People can understand why people love their avatars and all this and that. Up next, EU officials will claim ignorance of Israel's war crimes. This leaked document shows what they knew. This is from The Intercept. As you know, we love The Intercept here. Be sure to check it out. Up next, inside the life-saving world of canine blood donors. This is an article from National Geographic. Now, you might not know much about this, but there is such thing as canine blood donor, and that can save the life of other canine, other dogs. It's really fascinating. Remembering the actors, musicians, writers, and artists we lost in 2024. This is from NPR. Up next, California College financial aid chief on FAFSA chaos concerning about Trump and more. This is Cab Radio News. This is important for you guys who are teenagers or in high school, seniors doing your FAFSA, or juniors doing your FAFSA because you're about to go to college. Make sure you get that FAFSA done so you get your funding for college. Syrie, l'année zéro de l'après-dictature. This is an article from Le Monde Diplomatique. This is about what's going on in world affairs, affaires étrangères in Syria after the fact that Assad left the country. Excuse me. After that, we got Fareed Zakaria looks back at 2024. This is from Foreign Policy. Up next, a pathway to peace in Ukraine. It's about foreign affairs. Up next, Space Oddity at 70 is the Baikonur Cosmodrome near retirement. This is from the Diplomat. After that, we got 2024 10 Great Cipher Brief Conversations from the Cipher Brief. The next in physics, the year in physics by Quantum Magazine. Be sure to check it out. La magie de Noël au CERN, ce Throwback Thursday vous présente la célébration de Noël au CERN dans les années 1960. CERN, French. Be sure to check that out. What's up? December 2024 sky watching tips from 2024. All right, and that's it for my content curation for Monday, December 30th. And I hope you had some wonderful festivities past couple of days. During that day, I had a great extended family dinner over the weekend. It was awesome. Great food. We hung out with my cousins. We played some PlayStation, and we watched Rush Hour 2. Rush Hour 2 is one of my favorite movies. And it appears that on TV that Sacramento Kings were playing as well. It was pretty nice. All right, guys, that's it for this long form episode of Coffee with Zack. As you can see, I was able to get this done in only 10 minutes. That's amazing. So I'll go ahead and save this video and put it under Monday so you can, so when you're at the office on tomorrow, you'll be able to watch the YouTube and enjoy the video. Whether you're geeks, nerds, otakus, if that's what you are, or even if you're not, if you're just interested in my website, Zack.coffee. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe to YouTube channel. Hope you're having a wonderful day, a wonderful week. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. All right. Bye-bye, guys.